Aiden, get along with the kids. I have to do something. Quit being a brat.
Oh. Hey people, so I got summoning papers today in the mail, or yesterday I guess. I just, with all the joys of Christmas and kids fighting, and family and everything. So let's see, description of me, assigned DA, ADA, blah blah blah, Alex Johnson's. The state of Wisconsin to said defendant a complaint of a copy which attached has been accused of the defendant of committing the crimes of misdemeanor bail jumping on 10/15/2020, Wisconsin, contrary to Wisconsin State Statute 946.49 -1/A. And on 10/15, apparently I was knowingly violating the harassment restraining order on 10/15. Also 831 3.1257. And then they got me for the restraining order, misdemeanor bail jumping, knowingly violating their harassment restraining order. An order such has been filed to county clerks. You defender appeared to be summoned to Outagamie County Court Center, January 12th, 2020 at 1 p.m. In case you fail, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Attorney representing the contact the state public, blah, blah, blah. Well, at least I get a state public defender for this, apparently, at least. So they're trying to say I jump bail. Misdemeanor jumping. Oh, boy. All for offering coffee and shit. Let's see. Kids are fighting and throwing down. So the count 3 of misdemeanor bail jumping. Defending on or about Tuesday, May 7th, Outagamie County, Wisconsin, have been charged with misdemeanor and been released to custody under Wisconsin 969. Wisconsin State did intentionally fail to comply with the terms of the bond. Misdemeanor upon convicted may be fined $10,000 or imprisoned up to 9 months or both. Furthermore, following state statute imposed, a sentence could be placed on a person probation and court impose a DNA analyst surcharge allows for each conviction for a felony, blah blah blah. Count 4, knowingly violating a harassment restraining order. I didn't knowingly do anything, but that's what they are claiming currently. Probable cause. Let's see. Complaint is sworn by law enforcement officer based under a complaint's investigation officer's name below, who are presumed to be truthful and reliable enforcement officials. Complaint is sworn law enforcement officers and base their complaints upon investigation. So the complaints are against the law from officers against me currently. Who are presumed truthful and reliable as sworn enforcement officials. Well, we know that's not fucking true. On 5/11/20, Sergeant Fitzpatrick of the Outagamie County Sheriff Department was dispatched to investigate a report restraining order violations by Randall Dadazio. Sergeant determined that Randall, as a respondent, was subjected to a harassment injunction, which the city of Kaukauna appears to be the petitioner. During this investigation, Sergeant Fitzpatrick determined that a harassment injunction has been issued on Randall February 5th, which included the court order that the respondent cease and avoid harassment of petitioner. There was avoid contact, harassment, or intimidation. The petitioner, the respondent, avoid contact petitioner causing any person or any other parties, attorney, or law enforcement officers to contact the petitioner unless the petitioner consent in writing. Injunction does not prevent the respondent from contacting city employees for legitimate purposes or appearing in municipal court. Yeah, of course. So it's like one. So I can receive tickets or go there under official business. But they feel like it's not official in their eyes. They can say that I violated it. I mean, it's one-sided, this thing. Legitimate purpose or appearing in municipality court. If does not preclude him from harassing employees on or off duty or contacting them with legitimate purposes. Upon this belief, the harassment injunction was granted by Court Commissioner Mark Schrader, which I thought he was, I dealt with him before, for my daughter, and I thought he's sweet, and I thought he was decent, and I found out all their kids and stuff, they all go to school and play soccer and everything together, so. Count 1 and 2. Let's see. Sergeant reviewed the report of Officer Moss of the Kaukauna Police Department pertaining to the violation report, indicating that 5/7 at about 6 p.m. she responded to assist individuals whose truck broke down on North Main Ave on the Law Street Bridge in Kaukauna, Outagamie County, Wisconsin. Officer Moss donned traffic safety vests and assigned control of traffic field, which reduced a single lane vehicle, while the motorist refueled her vehicle. At one point, Officer Moss report she turned to look at the motorist who was having some difficulty fueling her vehicle, while Officer Moss heard a male speaking to her and turned to see her and turned to see Randall. Randall asked if they. First off, I never talked to this lady. First off. And I was just being a good Samaritan. Like, this is the fucked up shit. So I offered to tow this vehicle up the street so it would be out of the way, because it's an old 90s style Chevy. They're horrible fuel systems. I never talked to this officer. I've never spoke to her. Never done anything. So it says the description of the vehicle noted that there was heavy traffic and Randall stopped vehicles and blocked during their contact on declined Randall's offer and later drove away. Officer Moss confirmed the motorist she was assisting did not know me. Or did not know Randall. Well, it was not heavy traffic and it was dead. When I see someone pulled over on the side of the road, I always drive by with four ways, and it was like literally 10 seconds, and I never even talked to this officer. I talked to the person in the vehicle, and they said, "Oh, really? Well, that can tow?" I was like, "Yes, it's a twin-turbo diesel vehicle. It can tow, if not have access to a wrecker." And that was less than 20, 30 seconds, and I've never spoke to Moss, so she's lying on this. I just love how always reports, let's see. Sergeant then made contact with Randall by phone, asked Randall indicating that he recalled the incident. He stated that he pulled up by the officer, offered to tow the stranded vehicle. Randall insisted that he was not harassing but was attempting to be a good Samaritan. Randall stated that he was not trying to cause any problems and he wished to apologize to Sergeant and inform Randall that Sergeant informed Randall ceasing contact with city employees that was unnecessary and legitimate. Randall indicated that he understood. So after that point, I said I was sorry over the phone to them. I didn't know that was, I was just trying to be a good Samaritan. So apparently, and there's another incident, count 3 and 4 on 11/2, Sergeant Lynn, Outagamie County, reported, let's see, Sergeant made a contact reporting party Christina Hedo in writing statement, recalled having contact with Randall on 10:15 about at 9:50 a.m., which when asked about that, had happened, Christine stated that she was previously had contact with Randall on about 5 occasions at the Kaukauna City Hall, as he was part of her employment of the Kaukauna City's attorney office. The hearing at which above described injunction was ordered, Christina noted that Randall would be aware of who. I don't even know who this fucking person is. I don't know who this is, but apparently she works for the city. Noting that he would be aware of who she was, and she worked based on the contacts, and that she has personally provided him with court documents and has been present for hearings in which Randall has appeared most in the facilities, court, and her capacity as a paralegal. On the day Kristen recalled, she was walking eastbound on the south side of West 2nd Street, approaching Main Street and Kaukauna Ave, Outagamie County, Wisconsin. As she walked in front of East Wisconsin, saying she heard a motorcycle approaching. Christina noted that she was aware that Randall drives both a truck and motorcycle. Well, right there, premeditated on their end, so they know I drive multiple vehicles. She stated she observed Randall driving his motorcycle, stopped at the stop sign at the intersection of West 2nd Street. Christina recognized Randall and attempted not to make eye contact with him while crossing the crosswalk intersection. While she crosswalked, Christina stated that she heard Randall yell something to the effect, "Do you have my open records done yet?" Which I don't understand. I just don't understand these people. Let's see. Christina noted to Sergeant Lewaski that she does not handle open records requests and such things, and managed by the police department. After leaving the intersection, Christina continued southbound Main Ave. While Randall was westbound on 2nd Street, Christina stated that she changed her route and began walking eastbound on 3rd towards Crook Avenue, which she noted would be a busier road. Well, these guys, see, this is all fucking like premeditated shit on their end. Like, these people make me sound like I'm a fucking goddamn lunatic. Like, you can't even drive through this fucking city while being harassed. Let's see. Christina heard Randall's motorcycle again as he drove by her once more. Christina stopped for an extended period of time before turning onto Crooks Ave without an apparent traffic-related reason for doing anything. That doesn't even fucking... See, they took the time to fabricate this. And you know what? I already sent my evidence to the sheriff about my whereabouts. So I just find it very fucking comical about this. Randall stopped for an extended period of time, blah, blah, blah. Randall waved towards her in a manner that made it look like he was waving to something else. Christina saw Randall wave once again as he continued riding his motorcycle out of sight. Sergeant Lewaski later made contact with Randall about what's been reported. When asked about having had contact with a city employee outside of City Hall on 10/15/20, Randall stated that he did not recall such a contact. Randall then stated he did not deal with her for that, and that he deals with the police chief Graff for open records requests. So, right there. Let's see. Open records requests, he said, and then he was home all day on that date, and that his motorcycle was currently not working, and he would not have been able to drive it. Fucking A, dude, fucker wasn't registered, so you don't drive stuff it's not registered. Randall later stated that he was home at... This is the best part. Until the morning 11:18 a.m., which at a point he drove to Appleton. It would not have passed Kaukauna City Hall. Upon the information believed at this time, Randall above a fence, Randall was subjected to condition of bond. See, I love how they don't put in the report that I gave him. Randall was subjected to conditions of bond. Randall signed a $1,000 signature bond on 11/26/19, a part of an Outagamie County case 19 CM 964 as a condition of release. Matter Grant was agreed not to commit any further criminal law violation near, threaten, or harass any victims. I just don't get these people. Hey, Morbid. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to go to this. I wonder how this is going to... I mean, at least I got paperwork in the mail for summons. They could turn around and just turn around and throw my ass in the... I met this... I know some cases, some people are your friends in this case, and others aren't. Like that Sergeant Fitzgerald. I've known him for a little while. I know they play the whole friend thing, but I'd rather deal with them than Kakana any day of the week at this rate. I know it's working against me. But, I mean, I provided these guys with, like, a Google timeline, which is helpful, because it tracks, if you think about it, Google timeline shows your whereabouts places. So, and I did ask these guys, I told them, in the beginning, I was like, what, put me on GPS monitor bracelet that way, if you have any issues, you can just track me wherever I am, And that's what the state wanted before, and the judge said no. But I told them I wasn't going to pay for it, because if they wanted it on me, they're going to pay for it. I didn't want it. But at this point, I'll do anything I have to clear my name. But, it's just like at some point, I was talking to some friends, and they said, maybe you should fold on some stuff. But, I mean, that is so fucking petty and ridiculous. It's... What it is, I think they're honestly bored. I mean, I found out a while ago that their Durango that was colored like my old Durango, and they were accusing me of ramming one of the squad cars in the middle of the night and all this other shit. Well, they found it was dumped in a river. So, it was almost identical to mine. I don't know. Kids are too quiet. Alexa, drop into the kitchen. Exactly.
Okay, dropping in.
Who's in the kitchen? Vlad, if you're in the kitchen, you need to get back to your room because you're still in trouble. Alexa, stop. Yeah. I just find it fucking comical that they're going to this extent to try to silence a person. And I mean, like, I don't even know who this Christina person is. I don't pay attention to that. Like, everyone thinks I know who they... I mean, Jesus Christ, I thought fucking Sanderfoot was fucking Graf at first. Like for first year, I used to call him Sandy and stuff. And, like, he got very pissed off at that. And I actually thought the assistant chief was, that, but... Oh, sounds like when the babies got out, so I gotta go be parent. Talk to you guys later. Labor, more Bit Angel and Sci-Fi Sheboygan guy. Later.